My name is Grayson Absher, and I'm a senior at Grimsley High School. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Natsky. That's my dad. As some of you may know, I plan to follow in his footsteps in attending Wake Forest University in the fall. As I face this major change in my life, my father has told me many of the stories from college, from insufferable professors to flooding the basement of his fraternity house. I've really heard it all. But the most impactful story he's told me is how there was a 2-year period in his college experience when he stopped going to church. His point in telling me this was to stress how hard it is to find your faith after being away from it for so long. But his story got me thinking, could I really go that long without my faith? The metaphor that comes to mind is walking down a wooded path as the light begins to wane. You find yourself surrounded by darkness, and you attempt to stay on that narrow path. For my 6 years in the youth group, I know that I can do that. The mission trips are amazing. It's a place where everyone's faith grows. But what I think has prepared us to move on and succeed in staying on the path is the community that exists in this church. Bumping into people at Friendly Center or Target, the Facebook message groups for the youth, even the occasional text from Stuart Philpott saying, "You're a winner." Those things are great, and they make your day much better than it would be anyways. And it's one of the things that I'm going to miss about being here. The best example that comes to mind for me is when I was nearly struck by lightning last summer. The first people that my parents told were Steve and their Sunday school class to keep me in their prayers. Everything was fine. I left that night, and the doctor said it was a lucky miss, probably hit the ground near me somewhere. The next day I slept in and missed church, but in the afternoon Steve and Riley came to visit me. We sat in my den, talked with my family. It was really nice. And it's those little things that build a strong sense of community in this church. That's what will carry our faith with us as we leave our families, our church family, and everything that we've grown to love behind. It's the John Samples and the Kelly Stevens of the world that help us grow. Although most people would find a Bible verse, I find that Robert Frost's famous poem, "The Road Not Taken," however cliche it may be, captures my sentiment quite well. The final 3 lines go like this: "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that made all the difference." As Christians, we're called to take the road less traveled by. As Dr. Queen said, to be a light, a glimpse of light in a world surrounded by darkness. And this church has prepared us to do so. To all of you who've shaped our faiths in small ways, big ways,